Varimathras is very simple, but very precise on your movement and ability. Your output and your accurate execution and mechanics will be tested throughout the encounter, and whilst it's quite basic in the things that it asks you to do, failing any of them will be a strict wipe situation. Given it's a short fight, making sure that you're on point throughout is crucial, especially because we are perfectly suited to the fight, so here is your time to shine in Antorus. Firstly, as always, is your tier 30 talent choices. Lunge is effectively dead here since you're almost entirely locked into melee range, and leaps are very dangerous because they could drag you out of other player range and cause you to get misery. Rainfall can be useful to cover the entire raid if healing is an issue, but since this is a DPS check boss, the extra global cooldowns can be a drain, so be careful if you're considering that. Windrush has some great niche uses as well to get the necrotic embrace targets out, in particular during the Torment of Frost phase, so the choice is based mostly on what holes your raid needs to fill. For defense and mobility, generally here you are going to be covered by raid cooldowns for most of the fight for both of these situations, and the raid will be relatively static, so individual targeted effects are less common or necessary. Saving Astral Shift in the event that you are affected by misery will likely save your life if that does happen and you are caught by a fissure, so saving it for that is ideal. Having Spirit Walk to shift size during a fissure spawn, in particular when Torment of Frost is active so you can safely avoid the misery, is great, but is otherwise not really that necessary to map out. Lastly is a DPS optimization, which Varimathras comes with a very simple requirement. Do as much boss damage as possible to kill him either before your raid begins to struggle with the final Torment Fell phase, or he enrages and kills everyone anyway, which we are great at doing, and executing a solid rotation is generally speaking enough for us on the fight. When it comes to these shadows that spawn that need to be killed, ideally you should be using Crash immediately to trigger the buff on yourself for more boss damage, and then tab to it and dump your best available global, ideally being Stormstrike, but whatever else is there, and it should be dead. If however your guild is really struggling with killing them, trying to hold higher value globals in Stormstrike or Rockbiter to chunk it down quickly and contribute may help, though it's far less efficient for us overall versus other classes. So given how simple Varimathras is overall, that covers all of the bases that I think could be helpful. Next will be Coven, and I'll see you there in that video.